What's going on? It's Alan Brown, okay, Bully the Kid. Thank you for joining me for the 90th base hang. About to wrap it up for the end of the year. We're gonna have a few more. I don't know whether or not we're gonna be going out of town and whether or not I'm gonna be able to do it on Christmas. But I will keep you posted if we're actually gonna get down, or if I'm gonna actually get down and do a base hang on that Christmas holiday. It's a little bit weird this year, um, so I will let you know that I need to get into the thick of recording because I have been putting stuff off, being lazy. So if you see an explosion of videos popping up here and there, it's because I actually sat my butt down and started editing stuff. So it's fun making a video, not as much editing. So there's that. But anyway, I like to start most of my base hangs off with the same type of energy. Where are you watching this base hang from? Go ahead and bloop it in the comments. I like to read where people are actually checking this out at. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have the usual suspects in here and stuff. And speaking of which, I actually am gonna take the time to bring in a constant. It's been fun. It's been an interesting ride thus far. Yeah, man, Floof, what's going on, bro?
Oh, I've been promoted from usual suspect to constant. Thank God.
I mean,
they're pay bumping this.
Yeah, man, I'll give you 5 times what you get now.
Oh, sweet. I finally get to make the same money Spotify will pay me if I put music on there. I went from making absolutely nothing to making nano pay.
5 times nothing.
Yeah, 5 times. I went from making 0 to 5 nano pennies. This is great.
Yeah, man.
I think I'll have $1 by like the end of
next
my lifetime.
Yeah, next year you'll
like the end of next year I'll have $1.
You know, it's better than 0.0001. I think.
Real.
5 times better. You know.
I have Midnight Club 3 paused. Because I was like, oh, you know what? It's like 10 minutes before 8. Bully said we'd start at 8, so I'm going to hop in now. I pop in and the intro's going, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Well, here's the thing. I sent the thing, and I was like, I'm supposed to have this thing rolling at like 7. And I want to be respectful of people's time as much as possible. Today, we were doing a family outing. You ever watch the movie The Polar Express?
Yes. Sarah loves it. I am a huge trading junkie, so I love it.
Okay.
Sarah wants to watch it at Christmas time every year as a tradition now. So
cool. So there is a train ride, like a little ways away from home base, and we ventured. I didn't know anything about it, but there's a train thing in Galveston, Texas.
What?
It's pretty close, but we went and they did the whole basically act out of the Polar Express movie and drank cocoa, ate cookies. It was a good time, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so my boys got to be on a train and take pictures, and it was an extremely cute thing. I got the pajamas. No, I'm not trying to be lobster or nothing, but I got the pajamas. It was a good time, man. Yes, indeed. I didn't kick him. He dropped out. For those that are wondering if I wanted to make myself more important, I didn't. Not this time, at least.
Because you tried to be funny.
No, I didn't.
It's once again, I hit the wrong button, and I guess when I wanted to open a new tab, I hit R and it reloaded the page. So I was like, okay, well, this is embarrassing.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'll let you know if I'm about to boot you.
Yeah, no, because it'll be funny.
Yeah,
I get a warning.
I get more enjoyment out of punching in your face while looking in the eyes.
Exactly. Yes, precisely.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's why we were late. That's how the cookie crumbled. It was an hour away, so I didn't account for that in the travel time whenever she sprung it on me, like 2 days ago or so. So, yeah, man. Let's see. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Andrew, what's going on? Shannon, what's happening? All right, greetings from Carver, Minnesota. What's up, Sono?
Carver, Minnesota. We'll stick with that. What's up, Sono?
Yeah, man. I've been lazy as well because burnout. Yeah, man. Shannon said, "What's up?" We got Ann Arbor.
I have my top 3, bottom 3 film.
You do?
Yeah, It's filmed.
Nice.
I have to edit it and put it together, but like it'll be a spectacle.
Okay.
Be something to behold. To get you excited for it, it is just shy of 30 minutes of raw footage.
Okay, this is before chop down.
Before chop down, it is about 28 minutes of audio and video. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's extensive. I'm expecting it to be around the 20-25-minute mark, but I also plan to add some things. Those might add seconds. So overall, I'm aiming for this to be about like under 25 minutes.
Okay. I'm not gonna be running that long. Mine's gonna be probably 10 to 12.
Okay.
10 to 12, and I'm just kind of booking it through. You can do whatever you want to do on your.
You'll see what I'm doing, boy. I've got something planned. I got something special for you.
Oh God. Okay. Well,
I dressed up for it too. It's a special occasion. It's the last video of the year on my channel. I'm gonna do that video, and after that, you'll probably see me again by the second week of the new year. I've decided like Christmas time to just the first week of January is break time. We don't do like unless I have real work, which I start on Wednesday.
Nice.
But
Congratulations.
But like outside of real work, I'm not gonna do anything, especially because the semester's over. I want to like take a deep breath from.
You end up doing good, right?
Yeah. I just have a couple of more like papers to write, and then I'm done. So if we do this next week, then I will be done, and I won't have to think about anything anymore. Done. I am done with everything up until today. I have 2 things due tomorrow, 1 thing due Wednesday, and 1 Thursday, and then I'm done. So
that's nice. That is well. God dang, what do you want? You want that? I don't know what you want.
But yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a special video though. It's I think having this be the last video of the year every year would be really fun.
Fitting.
It's very fitting.
Okay. What type of sock is that on your microphone? It's a person on there. What is that?
It's a Vans tube sock. It's got a little sun. He's got his thumbs up.
Yeah, I was looking. I was like, is that a person? What is that?
It's one that I couldn't find a matching pair to, and I wanted to buy. And by that, I mean I didn't want to buy a pop filter for my microphone because money. I don't have it. So I just put the sock on instead, and it seems to have worked well. I just cranked the gain a bit to compensate.
Yeah, I didn't know the difference. And if you don't, I have a what is that called? A dead cat on my microphone. That kind of.
Oh, you got a dead cat?
That type of deal. So that's a messed up thing to call it, and I think that's the professional name for it. I don't know.
Yep.
Got VCC in here. What's going on? All right, got David Ross in here. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Ooh, is that a store? Do I get to look at a storefront in my free time now? Is that a new one?
Musical instruments, David Ross, musical instrument. Okay.
Oh, okay.
What's happening? Appreciate you dropping in, saying what's up.
Oh yeah, he does have a storefront. He sells some pedals. Hell yeah.
It seems like VCC is an OG. I vote he joins the live stream. A girl wants to see the OG. I could dig it. That's dope. You still gotta hop on here too. At some point, you gotta hop on here too and say what's up. Let's see. RC, what's happening? Oh, let's see.
Ooh, this is good.
Ooh, okay. Let's come back to that. No bass amp. Okay, so $500. Okay.
Let's say the amp is included at the gig.
If the amp is included, this is gonna limit a lot of stuff.
No. Like amp is at the gig. There's no bass amp in the budget. You just buy like whatever you buy.
Just buy gear.
Money. Yeah, you just buy the rest of it.
Okay.
We'll take cables out of the equation too, because that would be a little boring. So like the odd necessities that you would need, like power supplies for like a pedal if you choose that, or like cables.
Okay. Too. All right. So let's hop into this. This is a great question, Andrew. I dig it. It's popped up on the channel a few times, or I've asked this question in a number of ways. But let's hop into it again to see if you have a different perspective than I do on it. And also, this fan is loud. Why did I not? Anyway, Let's see. You lost all your gear. God forbid. Knock on wood. You have a budget of $500 and you're playing a pro level gig. What do you buy? Okay. You want to go first, Austin? Or Floof? Sorry.
I mean, you can call me that.
My bad.
I've given you permission to call me that, but you know, outside of stream, I don't care. Oh shit, this is hard. This requires some thought.
$500.
So I would want. Obviously, I need a bass. I need an instrument first and foremost. It's usually plan A, and I would want like. So I would spend about. We'll do Sweetwater pricing. I'll be hard on myself. I will get a Zoom B14, the bass multi effects pedal.
You like that, do you?
I do. And we'll round up. That's about $85 off my budget. And then that can I could build a patch on that like pretty quick.
That's at least 2 pedals, or at least 3 pedals. I think
like 3 good, like pretty good ones at least.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'd want to have the ability to like whatever this gig is, say the word kind of thing. We'll say. And with that has kind of made the second part a little tough. I'd have to pick a bass. That's kind of where the hard part is.
While you cooking, I'm out here. I'm just come on, talk to me.
You know what?
I feel like we're gonna be around the same ideal. I feel like it's just gonna be different flavors of the same ice cream. Yes. Oh, that was good. I'm gonna have to use that again.
Different flavors of the same ice cream, dude.
Different flavors of the same ice cream.
I dig that. That's a good way to say it.
Yeah. Let's see.
You know what? I'm gonna do something that's a bit unlike me.
Oh,
bit unlike me. Okay. I will take the Zoom B14 still. And then use the rest of my budget on a Sire V3P.
Ooh.
So I'll do a jazz bass. That's a bit unlike me.
Interesting choice.
I feel like with a passive jazz bass and like the B14, you kind of can get just about anything done that you would want. Like, especially with a super, like you're on super budget mode. Like let's say you're out in like bumfuck nowhere, like anywhere in Kansas, kind of nowhere. And like you just need to go to Guitar Center and grab something that's like likely there. I think those are good options. So I'd grab some like affordable passive jazz bass in a Zoom B14. I think that would be what I'd do. But I'd pick the Sire because Sire's just good quality for the money. And I'm all about that life.
It's kind of like it's a sleeper. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a sleeper. You know what I'm saying? So that's a solid pick. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm impressed with that pick.
I am impressed that I didn't just go with the P bass. Because I was also thinking of the Squire Sonic P bass. But I was like, but if it's like a Jocko gig, like a funk gig, where I'm doing like fusion. P bass and fusion could work, but if you have the jazz bass, it works a little better to me. It's just more the vibe. You got to catch the vibe, and I feel like a jazz bass fits in more vibes.
Okay,
and so does a P bass. So like, it really does depend. I think the Squire Sonic actually would be a good choice too, because then that would put you even further under budget. You can buy more cables.
It's interesting that you would even say that. Because, oh,
you did it, didn't you?
Yeah. Hold on. Share. Window. This is actually my choice. This is actually my choice. Comes in this flavor.
Whew.
Comes in this flavor. But I would grab this one.
Yeah, I would grab that one too. For
And $219.
$220, you're well under half the budget.
Mm-hmm. Use the rest of it on I don't know, accessories and such. That's one choice. I have another choice, and I've had it on the channel. I'm just trying to locate what it's called. Is it TW?
No.
No.
I can't. I think I know what you're talking about. I don't like their website. Their website's not that good. I don't think it has everything on there.
Yeah, I don't think it does either. Like even the stuff that's there, yeah.
But
classic series. Maybe I didn't go down far enough. Nope, it's not there. Okay, so let's just go into it like this. Tajima TJB5. There we go. Boom. And I'm a sucker for block inlays. So,
ooh, yeah.
$389. Solid jazz. Yep.
I'd get the
that
job
would be
done,
yeah. Just right off top. But you came in with the Sire. And I think the Sire is like, I think the same price point as this Tajima.
And it's also a good instrument.
Yeah. Like it's solid. That's a very good choice. But you said you went with the Zoom, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think you can get a lot of mileage out of that little thing. Like I played my entire junior recital with that thing on one patch. It's the shit.
Nice. So I would do that, and then I would probably grab a MXR DI or a Sans amp pedal to sculpt my sound, and then throw that into the amp, whatever that is. Put that flat, and then do all my shaping on the Sans amp.
Yeah.
So
that's a smart.
That's what I would do, and I think that would put me probably around, if I went with the Fender, the Sonic, that would put me probably around $350, somewhere like that.
Yeah. How much are the going rates of Sans amp Tech 21?
MXR DI.
$250 for the Sans amps. MXR one's probably cheaper though.
Yeah. Trying to locate it. I don't want distortion. I want a DI.
Oh, dude, do you know about the Ampeg Scrambler?
It's $189. Brand new. Sweetwater. Go ahead. Say it again.
Did you know about the Ampeg Scrambler? God,
they had like that's a cab, right? A combo cab, right?
No,
that's the DI, because they have the Scrambler. They have the Scrambler thing badge on their Ampeg wedges.
So I was thinking about the bass amp DI that I think was probably one.
Do you like the sound? No, I'm probably about to step on some toes. Do you like the sound of an Ampeg amp?
That depends. The cranked rock and roll overdrive Ampeg, no. But like a soft, like B15 sound, yes. I feel like when you're not trying to push it to get like a rock and roll sound, I think like an Ampeg B15, kind of like Motown-y, fat, low end pillow kind of thing. I think that's where Ampeg truly shines. But I do not like a cranked Ampeg, and I've cranked like a real one. So like the brick ones, and
I had the opportunity to play on a SVT, complete SVT rig, like 810s and stuff like that, and it actually has a lot of presence, but it did Ampeg things to my sound, and I brought one speed, a 5-string, my Fender back there. I didn't have any type of tonal shaping to speak of, and it just Ampegged me. Oh, horrible.
What a great sentence.
Yeah, that didn't.
Yeah, no.
rewind. It did the Ampeg tonal thing to my sound.
Yeah. Nah, and yeah, I did mine. I think mine was an SVT Classic, the Heritage one. It's one of the reissues from the 90s, and 610. And I didn't like it. When you cranked it all the way, I didn't like it. But like if you played it like medium, low to medium
reason.
gain, and like maybe a little bit of like a mid-range boost. Yeah. Like that thing that's where it really shines, because it gets like a really nice warm full low end, and it's a beautiful sound.
But I asked the question to a friend who is a Galen Kruger stan, right? Like that's his jam. He don't mess with anything else. He don't want anything else. He ain't seeing anything else. He's completely married to this setup. Now, granted, it's a very nice setup. It's a 1001 RB played through 412s.
Okay.
So yeah.
I dig it.
It's a big old gal. It does its thing. He gets the pumping. That's great. It's a great setup. So it's like 700 watts going to the drivers, and then specifically 50 watts going to each of the tweeters that are in the cab.
Oh, that's smart. That's really good design.
It's called bi-amping. So yeah. And it's very crisp. If you're trying to do like a modern slap tone, Marcus Miller type of situation, this is an option. Like,
but it's
if you get the opportunity,
so it doesn't sacrifice anything. That's the best of all worlds.
It's the mid of the road. Like you got a 12, right? You got 112.
112 little nugget. I actually plugged it in this weekend again, because like after my show, I basically just took a week off. From just like playing and doing most things other than just the occasional dick around on my P bass. But like now I'm coming back into it, and like I set up the Aguilar, and I was like, oh man, this thing sounds so good. It was like, solid. Yes, this is why I bought it.
Yeah, it actually get my 350 back, and I still do want. I probably might get a 10,
like the 110s for a 350.
I'm lying, because I want the one you got. Except I want mine in monster green. I want that setup. Monster green or the purple one. Either
honestly,
one of those.
Like, I would buy a 3-tone hammer 350 and one of the 110s, and just take it to like small jazz gigs. It would be so perfect for like a small upright gig. This weighs nothing. Just throw it on the back of your car. It's a 10-inch speaker. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I felt the same way about the. I have a Trace Elliott head. It's a little 200 head that I could put in my back pocket. Literally,
yeah. No,
they're a very solid head. So I used to run that head at a. It's a lounge bar type situation. They do open mics and stuff, and I would have my bone bass cabinets bottom, which is a 1015. And then I put that 200 watt on top of it. Yeah, man. And then proceed. Yeah, it was a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so
that's good.
Good answers, though. Good answers. Let's get back into this. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, man.
I first saw Bully a week or two ago at a hangout. Oh, we feel it from 40 watt. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So it's kind of like how people just kind of drop. They get a invite and they just kind of like drop in, because most of the time it's just like me and you. So it's Philip and Steve. So they was like, hey, or I was in the comments, and they were like, Bully's here. Floop, 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 floop.
Oh, so they put you on blast, huh? Hell yeah.
Like, oh, well, okay. Yeah, I think it was probably 3 weeks or so ago. I didn't have my room set up or nothing. I was just, doing it. And chopped it up with them and stuff. Got introduced to everybody that was there, and it was a good time, man. Can't complain.
That's rad, man. That's rad.
Thank you, David, for dropping in. Appreciate you coming over. Great question. What's a good entry-level bass to purchase new and used? New entry-level to
cost
Squire
efficient.
Sonic.
Squire Sonic, yeah. Squire Sonic.
Squire Sonic. I'll just say that if you don't want to,
like,
if you don't trust companies across the pond or anything like that, because I would throw Harley Benton out there first and foremost as far as cost effectiveness goes.
True.
Bases probably run you, like, I got 2 bases for, like, I think at the time $210. It was a jazz bass, and then I got a P bass at the same time. It was for a giveaway that I did like 2
That's
years ago.
sick.
Yeah, so I got 2 of them, and then the shipping was like $40 or something. I got it like 4 days later, and I was like, "Oh, this is ridiculous." Gave one away, and then the other one is the blue one that's over here with the pick guard.
Oh, yeah. I think I
So
know
that
which
was
one
one
you're
of that
talking about.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
But
yeah.
yeah, that bass itself costs probably $80. I got a thing from Porter Pickups, threw in the new pickups, kept everything else the same, and that thing sings like a bell. It's solid. Like, I actually need to give it some love. I don't even know where it's at.
I'm honestly looking at them right now, like on their USA storefront. A Harley Benton JB20 will run you under $200. Pretty easily. And the short scale one will run you $160.
Yeah, at the time, this is before they actually like
took off, kind of thing.
Yeah. So I heard about them through it was somebody I was watching, either Max Proud or somebody over there, and they was like demoing it, and I was like, oh, okay, sounds good. What y'all running it through? Because Signal, they could have a whole bunch of bells and whistles on it.
Yeah.
And I looked at the thing, and it was just like this to a what was it? It was a Fender 100.
Rumble
and
100?
then the DI out. Yeah. Well,
Oh, shit.
It was so that the signal that we were hearing was a mix of a microphone in front of the cab and the DI mixed together. So I was like,
that's pretty good.
I've wasted money on worse things,
Real. Yeah.
Let me just throw my head in the ring and see what's up. And I did, and I won. It was great.
Hell yeah.
Good time. Yeah. Let's see. Can you show the gear on the screen? I think I did. I think I did.
When you were doing your thing.
Okay, cool.
Mine, so I didn't
Yeah.
want to bother for one tab for 20 seconds.
Samuel, what's happening? Black inlays. Yeah, that's when I showed it. Okay.
Block inlays are sick. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. I'll do a Demon FX Microtubes D7K. I don't even know what that is. And the Joyo Skilla. The bass got to be an SX bass. Admittedly, I've never played one. Interesting. So you going all in and you never played one. I mean, they are solid. About the same quality as Harley Benton, or back then, because I haven't had a SX bass like run it on the channel in probably 4 years. But besides Thunder. Thunder and I guess technically Frenchie, the pink one I have. Both of those that I have kind of broken down, so I don't have any space anymore. So let's see. If I'm over budget, I swap the pedals with a Sonic Cake Boom app.
Well, as long as you don't use the compressor, you're probably fine. That compressor still gives me nightmares.
I don't really use compressors anyway. I do too many
I do a light compression
percussive movements. I do too many percussive movements, so it kind of just it makes things strange. Yeah. I miss when Aguilar cabs were pink and seafoam green.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Yeah.
They got a new run of colors though coming out, I think, for 2024. So I'm excited about that.
Yes, sir. Bully, I need a 5-string jazz bass pickup replacement, no solder. What do you
recommend? Answer this?
Go for it.
EMG.
Yep.
Yep. What other answer is there in that exact category? You don't want a solder, you want a 5-string jazz pickup, and you want it to be good. EMG. The end.
They kind of cornered the market on that idea.
I mean, it's great though.
A whole solderless system. That's what they doing. Like plug and play. Now you got to pay attention when you're plugging and playing, but it's relatively simple if you can just take your time with it and use the right wires at the right spot.
It's like Legos. You just got to follow the instructions, and you'll have a little house.
Yeah. Most people don't read instructions. Usually, I just kind of I'm an engineer. Let me figure this out real quick. Hold on, give me a second. So, with this particular thing, it busted me in the face twice on camera.
I bet. Yeah. Nah, like reading instructions is mighty fine. Like big fan of instruction reading.
Yeah,
Especially if it's for something that I either don't understand or like could understand but don't understand 100%.
Yeah.
Drop your ego when you're trying to do something like this.
Yeah, it really is that. It's that
really
word
is.
for that situation. It's very much so. I'm not an idiot. I get down with this. Just give me a second. Hold my beer.
Yeah, hold my beer. All things go well when you say that.
I mean, sometimes you got to send it, brother.
Yeah, dude. All right, you want to catch up a little bit more on chat? I got a big story from you this week. Something big happened in my life that
all right.
I'm thinking about what I want to do about it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have followed my channel, you would know two things. One, I owned a Rickenbacker 4003S in Fireglow, which if you don't know what Fireglow is, it's basically Cherry Sunburst, but like Rickenbacker knees. And when I sold it, I played Limelight because I was like a big, I'm just a huge Rush junkie. But that bass I've regretted selling ever since. But I sold it to pay off my debt to David Taylor Guitars because by the time that I was in on that, I was in too deep and I couldn't get all the money back. And I thought with the job that I had at the time, I would be able to pay it off, blah, 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 details. Didn't work out the way I wanted it to, so I had to go. So I chose the Rick. That Rick got me through my first year of music school and has meant kind of a lot to me. So when I sold it, I put my contact info in it and basically wrote a letter saying like, hey, if you ever plan to sell this, contact me. Well, yesterday, the guy who bought it off of the guy I sold it to, because the guy I sold it to had a storefront in New York, and the guy who bought it off of that guy in New York, and he just bought it.
Okay.
And he went, hey, is this a 4001 or a 3S? And I was like, oh, it's a 4003S, but how the fuck did you get my number? And then it hit me what I did.
You left your information
and
in the case. So did you have it hidden?
It was in like one of the booklets, I think, because I wanted it to be like if you wanted to look for it, you would have to look for it. Because if it was just laid on top, they would have taken it out.
Yeah.
I think I buried it in something because it was supposed to have a zero mod with it, which is why he wanted that information. He wanted to see if he could put a zero mod on it and what model it was. And I said it was from April of 2021. It's a 4003S. And then I said, how'd you get my number? Anyway, you left it in the thing. And I went, oh my God, yes, I did. But
that's pretty cool.
I told him like, hey, like if you ever sell it, let me know. Like, let me know first. And he said, okay. And what I'm thinking about doing and what might be like really far-fetched for a channel of my size and kind of stupid is I was thinking of like starting a GoFundMe to fund my Rickenbacker, get back my Rickenbacker. I think it's a little like far-fetched and out there, but I think like, with this new job I have, unfortunately, just due to the fact that I suffered from haha funny job loss, I got into a little bit of like debt from other things. Like my computer broke, my buddy bought a replacement graphics card for it to be fixed so I could like do my schooling on this thing and make videos and stuff. And just a couple other things, mostly like groceries and stuff like that on my credit card. So I just have like my own debts to pay, and I'm like, I want my debt to be my responsibility because it is. But if the crowd wants to fund the fucking Ricky, then I don't want to stop them, like it would be
worst case scenario.
Everyone says no. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I would have to find a way for it to be like, because I am like, one, I hate asking for money, so I don't want it to be an ask for money kind of thing. I'm like, if you want to see it happen, go ahead. If you don't, like, there's no sweat off my brow. I'm thinking realistically, like all things considered, I'll leave it up for a few months. It probably gets to like maybe $500 host, maybe.
Who knows?
And I'm hoping that whatever I get from that, I'd be able to buffer it and actually buy the Rick back from the guy.
Assuming that he wants to sell it. There's a lot of assumptions.
Yeah, assuming he even wants to sell it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It would take some thought, and it would just be like, it's an idea now. But it's nothing crazy yet. But just the fact that I found the dude, or the dude found me.
Dude found you.
Yeah, that who has my Ricky, and I'm like, man, I am on the verge of doing just about anything to get it back. Just because, like, it's a sentimental base to me now, you know. Like, I have pictures of it sitting on my Aguilar in front of, like, we have this big theater. The big theater in our school is called Shockley, and it's sitting in like this on the stage of Shockley, pointed out towards the crowd during sound check, because it was actually the bass that I used in the first 2 jazz shows that I played. So it's a very important bass in my life, because without that bass, I'm not a music student.
I mean, yeah, respect.
So at some point, hopefully, he might be willing to sell it. Honestly, I want to talk to him and be like, yo, like, assuming I had the money today, name your price.
It's a dangerous game.
Usually, it is a dangerous game, but also, like, you know, I don't want to waste his time. I, at the very least, want to pay off the bill that he paid to get my Rick, so that way he can go buy another one. Like, like, I don't want to offer him what I sold it for, because honestly, I sold mine a bit cheap, but that's because I thought there was issues on it that actually weren't.
Well, good luck on it. I dig it.
Yeah, I'd have to think about it. If it happens, then, like, you know, it's an absolute no quarrels thing. So
yeah. So, all right. Anyone else in here a newbie player? Love the bass community. Yes, I am a newbie bass player.
Yeah, with your like Sunday morning grooves in church, just absolutely shredding newbie bass.
Oh, no. I know nothing.
Yes.
Most of those things I can't tell you what scales they're in.
I know Smoke on the Water on guitar, but I play it on bass.
Solidless is the way.
I've yet to try an EMG pickup in a bass. I've heard it's good.
It's a good time. It's a good time. So I feel like I'm a caveman. What my go-to is quarter pounders. Like, that's my go-to. I feel like I'm like, no, Seymour Duncan quarter pounders in every bass, every one of them. And then I got an EMG situation going on. I was like, and let me tell you who broke me. Lobster. Yeah. Lobster broke me.
I knew it would be them. Yeah.
He was like, hey man, you wanna send me your M2? I'm thinking about doing a thing with EMG, and you know, they sent me some stuff, but I want to just throw it in there, and I really want to throw it in an M2. I was like, okay.
Yeah, okay. Shall I?
And he sent it back to me. I said, holy shit. This don't make no sense being that good.
Yeah, that's my thing, is if I'm gonna have an EMG pickup, I want to throw it in an active bass.
Yeah.
I want it to be in like an active jazz or something.
I would do it in an I'd make a P bass active. Like, that's what I would do. But I mean, yeah. I mean, you got the holes for it. You can get it in any configuration you want to. So they have it to where it's like stacked knobs, so you can do like volume, mid, treble, bass, and then still keep your same 3-jack set or a 3-hole setup. The only problem would be the battery location. Then you have to drill out the battery, throw the wire through there, boom.
Yeah, you'd probably have to perform some miracles.
Nah, it's not that bad. Just to like, nah. I did it for Frenchie. Just you'd have to get like a Dremel. You'd have to stencil out, like, mark your spot, because there's an overhang in the battery compartment. So if it's not perfect, as long as it's within what you drawn out, yeah, the overhang will cover up any imperfections, and you just, as long as you got some wood to zip it to, drill it through with a drill bit, good to go. It's pretty, you know, in theory, it's easy. So yeah.
No, I'm looking at the instructions right now. It doesn't look too terribly complex.
Let's see.
I'd probably do like a master volume, master tone on an active P bass.
I mean, it would do the same thing, I feel like. Yeah. Love my DiMarzio relentless pickups
on passive controls. DiMarzios are sick. I love DiMarzio.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I need to get off my duff and finish this matte black build that I got going that I stopped. Yeah, man, I got the pretty lady with the screw holes. I've swapped pick guards on it so much, the screw holes are wallered out. So I got to fix the screw holes and then re-drill it so that I can put in the gold screws all over it again, and then it's gonna be done.
Okay.
But yeah,
if you don't want to just fill and then re-drill, just use if you use toothpicks and then you put the screws in, it'll catch.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that is faster. But I
did that on the Squire.
Wood glue with toothpicks, cut them to size, then yeah. So I guess
nah, you don't need to. I mean, you could do that, and it would probably structurally be better. And if you're looking to do that, I'd probably recommend. But this thing didn't have all its screws in the screw holes, so when and that was because 4 of them were bored out. But I just used toothpicks, and now it's fine. So
that may not be a bad quickie video.
Yeah, nah, dude, it'd be just quick and dirty. Basically, what happens is when it bores out, it's just catching on nothing. Mm-hmm. And what the toothpick does is it just gives it something to latch onto again. So,
yeah, I bought all the stuff to do it. I just haven't sat down with it and then moved. And I wanted a lot of stuff to be happening right now.
Yeah,
and that's just not happening, but it's going to, of course. But yeah, where'd you go? Here you go. This lady here.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. She's
is that 60s?
Yeah.
Pointless 60? Ooh.
Yeah. Abalone. I really love the knobs. I pulled the knobs off a different base. I was like, this is gonna be sexy on this pick guard.
The abalone, dude.
Yeah, bro. It came out great. I still gotta do gold up here at some point. But yeah, the screw holes themselves have gold screws in them. Yeah.
You like gold?
Nice lady, man. I think it was 129.
Not bad.
It was hardly been.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm very happy with it. So all in all, I think it ended up being $260 with the pickup if you bought it straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
not bad.
Yeah, those rounded edges on the pickup. I'm not sure I can use anything else. I mean, that's fair. Let's see. Started playing bass 76, 78. Quit showbiz music in 1983. Wow. Are you back in it? Oh, this is Bean. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, you back doing the thing? Let's see.
Carrying the cat
Did you ever
around.
see the fun Screech had on his house? What?
No.
There's a GoFundMe? No. I didn't know anything about this. Now I have to know now. Let's see. What's his real name? Dustin Diamond GoFundMe page. Is it still active? I paid $15 to save Screech's house. Jesus. Oh man.
Who is this?
Who? Screech?
Yeah.
You never watched Saved by the Bell?
Oh, I've seen a couple episodes. I was just out of that age range.
Mm-hmm.
When that show was fading out, that's when I started watching TV.
Yeah, it's pretty much a 90s type of deal. There was a period of time where it was all hey, we got to be at the house at 7:00 on Fridays because it's about to be banger after banger.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Full House, Step by Step, that type of deal. It was family sitcoms and stuff. It was a good time to be a kid. Let's see. No, I didn't see that. Bully Your Ear Training is so amazing. I don't think I'll get there, but I'm okay with it. It's repetition. It's only practice. I don't think I'm that good because there's some stuff that I don't know. If it doesn't fit into the regular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you start doing weird minors.
Somebody tells you to go into an A altered scale, you are boned.
Oh, look, if you run it if you run it twice, I'll snack on, like I'll latch onto it. But if you run it once and then go back to the original, what the hell just happened? I'm pedaling the root note that whole time until I get to something I know. I can fake it till I make it pretty well. Let's see. I've seen active MG in a P base with a battery on the pick guard. Yeah, but that's a pain swapping it out. That's the reason why you don't see it very often. But that's a lazy man's way to get it done. So I ain't stunned it.
If I do it, I split the pick guard. I cut the pick guard and add some screw holes.
You're messing up stuff though, man.
Yeah, you know, that's okay.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
What's life without a little sacrilege?
Oh man. So life without sacrilege is what the hell it is. Let's see. MGs is one of my P's. One volume, one VTC. Oh, volume tone control. Simple, and I love it. Okay. One volume and then one like expression. But I play with a bass like that. I play in the offbeats guitars bass with that as a thing. So it was like volume, tone, EXB type of deal.
Okay.
Gross. Disgusting. Yeah,
back
it was. Oh man, listen. When and if I'm speaking it into existence, when and if they do this and they send me this 5-string, oh my God.
I'm excited. Did you see their Instagram? They're working on a new neck plate. It's just gonna be.
It looks nice.
Like, yeah, I think it looks great.
The symbol in there, and it has the groove for it to be contoured. Yeah,
I think it's a good change.
Yeah. Let's see. The pups are active. Yes, absolutely. Hawaii. I think this is the first.
Aloha. My roommate last year was from Hawaii.
Dope. Okay.
Sick.
Jordan, what's happening? Appreciate you dropping in. Let's see. Floof is so young, he can't drive after.
I'm 24. I'll be 25 by the end of the month. During my break will be my birthday. That's actually part of the reason why I'm taking it.
I can dig it, man.
I will be 25.
Legends say he can't drive 55.
Oh, dude, I'm from California. You know my ass is broken 50. I've doubled that. And by that, I mean, if anybody who here is some form of law enforcement, I only exclusively do the speed limit.
Dude,
but also, if you drive like a bitch, end up in a ditch.
That's mighty strong words. I am not. The views of Floof does not respectfully represent the Bully the Kid Enterprises.
Yes.
I try to be professional.
Floof's incredible driving skill does not influence Bully's LLC.
Absolutely not. Also, don't have one. So follow your own discretion.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Is advised. Bad boys, what you want?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes, indeed. All right, cool. So we answered the one base question that we had. I do want to ask you this. You have to play in an auditorium. You do not have PA assistants. You have a 4-piece band. You have keys, drum, lead guitar, and you. What amp are you grabbing first? Your budget is $120.
Oh,
it's $1,000.
I was gonna say $120. Shit.
What you doing?
Your budget's $120. I'm gonna grab some tin cans and like a microphone. I'm gonna grab an SM57 and then like just take the upright with the 57, and that's the amplifier.
$1,000. Go for it.
$1,000. So that puts my current rig out of the question because I bought both. Well, if you're a little bit more patient, you could buy my rig for $1,000. I was decently patient and I paid $1,100 for mine, but retail they go for like $18. It is.
Okay. So let's be a little bit more loose.
Yeah.
Let's be a little bit more loose. Let's say your budget is $2,500, and you have to play an auditorium gig. What are we doing? Tell me your dream setup. My dream is this. This is my dream setup right here.
I'm like,
this is what if I have a big thing to do, that.
Oh man, yeah, okay.
That.
So we're a big auditorium, maybe not like stadium gig, but like a big auditorium.
Yeah, or stadium.
Or
small stadium.
Mm-hmm. Or small stadium.
Yeah, so basically you got to play for a large college basketball room. Mm-hmm. What are you grabbing?
And it's
no PA support.
No PA support. Mm-hmm. And we said 25.
Mm-hmm. What you doing?
Oh, dude, I am going to. I mean,
don't cheat me and say you're gonna get a Crown amplifier and two friggin' 4-8 rigs.
No. I actually really don't like the way 8s sound on bass. So you're safe. I just don't think they produce a good enough low end to me.
No, I mean they're 810s. So I've seen a rig
810s. I thought you were talking about okay.
No, actually it's not bad, but I get what you're saying. You play double bass it was a Crown amplifier, which is just power, going into 2 810 rigs. Like the 810 rigs were like 16 ohms, and then they paralleled them so it dropped to 8 ohms, and they were gonna add another set in there to drop it to 4 ohms. I was like, what are y'all doing? And then they took one bass cab, put it on one side, and then put the bass player and the bass head on the other side. So you just it was powerful for the music they was playing, but it was flub city. It was flub city. Like I couldn't get up there and on that thing. Like it was too much going on. And he had the nerve to put a tone hammer pedal going into this foolishness. I said, you just ain't got no scruples, do you? You just no couth. Horrible. Anyway.
Oh, I have to do some mental math to see if. No, it's like $200 over budget. Shit. The budget's what's killing me, because like what my brain wants to do is monkey brain Aguilar, like Aguilar AG 700, which is like $1,000.
Okay,
and then an Aguilar 410.
That's like the most, like 1,600.
That'd be like no, their 410s are like 15 for the 4. It's a 410.
Where are you looking at?
Sweetwater.
Because last time let's do this.
410's SL is a 1,800, but I just get the DB, which is like 1,500 there. Yeah, no, that's 1,529, and then it's $950 for the AG 700. Well, Bob's your uncle, yeah. Because to me, like,
who's Bob?
Nobody.
I have no uncle named Bob.
Here's the thing, man, is because I double. I have to make my amp choice open about that doubling. I've tried Mark basses, GKs.
Nope. You don't like GKs?
I'm neutral on them. I'm not huge on them. I think they got a bit more of like a scoop tone. I've tried Ashdowns. Being 970 put Ashdowns down. I have tried Ashdowns. I think they're good. I think they're good value. I don't like the way they sound. And I've tried Ampeg, obviously. Oh man, I'd have to go through them and like make a tier. Is there a tier Hold on. Is there a tier list of like bass amp companies? I'm looking this up.
Oh shoot, that would be a good idea for a video though.
25 bass amp builders. All right, hold on. I'm gonna go through with what I have tried.
I want to take the time to say just real quick while you do this. My rig wouldn't qualify under 2,500.
Your Laney?
It wouldn't.
It's hot.
I don't think so. Hold on. It might be close. And also, this is 600 watt capacity. And I don't know if that's big, that's loud enough to carry. So it may still be up in the air for what I would have to do to rock like that. Like every church I've been to, I'm stomping you out with this. I'm stomping you. Anyway,
okay. So I've tried a good amount of these.
Okay.
So you have it up. Good.
Yeah.
We'll start with GK. I would say they're a good B tier. I think they're
Oh,
okay.
we're doing this now.
We're doing this now. No, we're here. We're here now. Like I would say they're a good B tier.
Hold on. Yes, let's have discussions.
Let's
now.
have this discussion.
This is okay.
Oh, I've tried a Mesa Boogie before.
Let's throw Mesa Boogie. Mesa.
Listen, I might do something. Could I be controversial before we put Mesa Boogie anywhere?
Okay. Ooh.
I don't like mark bases.
I don't really like them either.
I think they have like a weird mid-range quality that makes it sound like you're playing handball.
You know the thing that I don't like?
What?
The vintage and modern knob circuit.
Yeah, no, that's so dumb. like the VLF one and then like the PLF one, and then you have like the ability to make the EQ flat or scooped or something. They're such weird amps. I don't think they even sound that good, and they're really expensive for no reason.
There's also
Italian made.
Yeah, their customer service is horrible.
It's sure there. It exists.
This is horrible.
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay, so cool. Let's go left to right and then see how they fall. Let's go PV.
PV.
Now.
Dude.
PV?
Bang for the
PV, I'll put them there as well. I started my first one on a PV 115. It was solid for 8 years. Still solid.
Indestructible weighs a ton. I think that to me is like square B, because like they're impractical amps once you're over the age of like 25. But like before,
well, I mean, for mine, I had wheels. I had wheels on mine, so I could just wheel that freaking casket right on into the corner. So, sorry, I said it when you took a drink. My bad.
No, that was funny. That was great. It was great.
Okay, so yes, B. I'll throw it there. Oh shoot. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, Fender.
A.
I'm going to
A or S.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. A. I wouldn't put them in S.
A.
I think they're good. I think their combos are good. I think when you start getting into their like breakaways, the amp and cab separately, that's kind of where you kind of lose it for me. Because like when you put their heads on other cabinets, I'm not huge on it, but their like Rumble series combos are sick.
They don't.
So they're good. Okay.
So here's the thing. I have to bring up these heads because you're 24, I'm 37. I've had time to play a little bit more equipment, I feel like.
Fair.
Now, you're going to get me because you're going to work in a store that you can exclusively just mess with stuff. So you're going to get me quick. But the Bassman head...
I think it's good, but not enough to put it in S.
Okay.
I think it's good. I think it's a great head. I'll let you finish your argument. I kind of ran you over there, but like...
Nah, man. No, you fine. I'm just thinking of all the bass rigs I ran. And like there was a time where the studio I was going to record it didn't want anything else but this Bassman head going into the board, which is fine. If that's your boat and you know how to sell it, ride that hoe into the sunset. That's fine. But I spent so much time with it, dialing it in, loving on it. I was like, oh, that girl.
Oh no, I think they're great. I think they're great heads. I think, and you're talking about the tube ones, right? Yeah. I think those are fantastic.
And then there's tube smell. Oh,
yeah. No, I think that's fantastic. But I just don't think it's enough to push it into S, because I think like from a lot of what I've tried is Fender solid state. I've had like maybe one opportunity to play Fender Bassman. And out of their solid state, I think it's okay. I think the combo amps are really good though.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I was torn between S and A. I said what my gut said first, and I'm glad you agree. Cool.
I was pretty square on A. I was just going to put him there and see what you thought, but like I'm glad we're on pretty much the same page here.
All right. Got the next one. Ampeg.
Do you want to do it? C. I was going to put him in B, but I was vaguely I was teetering between
if you got
B and
GK
C.
and B, I would grab a GK before I grab an Ampeg, so that means it's under it, which means it's C. That's just my opinion, though.
That's fair.
That's just my opinion. Ultimately, you got the clicker on the screen.
Yeah, true. I held the power. Nah, I think Ampeg and GK, it depends on what the gig is. I think Ampeg is good. I think what people like Ampeg for is not as good as what people say it is.
Yeah.
I think
it's a hype beast as well.
Yeah, I think it's a hype
old
beast.
And people love it just because it's old. Like people swear by SVT and haven't played in one ever.
Yeah.
Or had the tote one ever.
Mm-hmm. Like they've never played a real one. Like when you play a real one, it's so different.
Newfangled stuff. You got to get one from the 70s with the cobwebs on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
or at the very least, one of the like very well done reissues from the 90s, like where they really copied it part for part. It feels like, and even then, I don't even think I have the full picture of Ampeg. I think the B15 is good. I think the B15 is a great like head and amp combo, or like head and cabinet. I think it was really well designed. It's got a very fun and rich history in session musicianship, which I am always a fan of.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to leave it in C. I would argue for B because of the B15, no pun intended. But if you're talking about like, if you're telling me like I have a gig tomorrow and like the setup there, so let's say there's an amp there already.
Mm-hmm.
I would want it to be like a very reliable, pretty flat sounding like PV, or if it's like a funk gig, like a GK, I'd bring a GK to a funk gig, no questions. Before I'd like to see an Ampeg there, because like Ampeg's thing that they're good at, they're really good at.
They're really good at. I'll
but
give you that.
Like they have combo amps that are just dog. Like I've tried a couple of. We have a 210 at my school that's a combo amp. It weighs a bajillion pounds, and it doesn't sound that good.
Yeah. Here's something that I don't see on there right now. Where's acoustic?
Oh, you're so right. Where is acoustic? Well, it should be here.
Okay. Anyway, keep it pushing. Ashdown. Okay. I've only played in one, and that's on a NAMM show video where I was playing at the Reverend booth. I didn't show you the very beginning of it, or maybe it been in like the bloopers, but I couldn't figure out how to freaking turn off the mute button on this doggone thing. So I was ready to throw it across the goddamn room. So the sound was thick, punchy. It kind of had the same vibe as a Ampeg. So I would put it at C. Now you say your thing.
I was going to put it at B. I think they do a very good thing at a very good price.
What specifically are you talking about? What did you play?
I played the Ashdown original. I think it was a small head. It was like an original 500.
Okay. There was a time.
The wrong name.
There was a time where I actually wanted an Ashdown situation just to try them out, and I ended up building a 410 cab out of a skeleton. So I was like, how much does this cost?
I tried an Ashdown Origin, and then it was through a 410. Okay. And then we later got one of their 300 watt heads with a bunch of effects on it, the Mag 300 Evo. I just found it. I wouldn't have been able to tell you the name. Okay. Or no, ABM 600. It was one of it had like its EQ on it. But it was like, for what you were getting out of it, it was a good price.
Mm-hmm.
I think it sits in like the PV price to performance category, but instead of combos, it's price to performance in like separate parts. I think they're good. I wouldn't say they're anything exceptional.
Okay.
I think so. I would put them like right here.
Okay.
Like to me, they're like an alternate PV.
Okay.
They're a British PV.
Okay. All right. What is this one?
Barefoot. I've never tried it.
Never tried it.
Opinion. So
nothing. So it goes in I haven't tried.
Yeah.
Bergantino. I've tried that at NAMM.
Take the floor. I haven't tried a Bergantino yet.
Okay, so I played this at NAMM, and it's in my Devon pink sparkle bass video. Now, granted, this is the chaos of NAMM, right? So I don't exactly know whether or not it's the whether it was the bass that was shining through, or if it was the if it was an amp that was making everything sound so crispy. But I love slap. We know this. It's a thing. Everything I play, I'm gonna slap on it, usually. The tones that came out of it were very, very crispy, very treble heavy. And if you do funk stuff and it's a heavy scoop, it gave me what I wanted. Like it was a really nice, I think it was like a 112 with a tweeter, and it had it on a stand facing up. So there was mid, low range presence. And then the high end was really, really pronounced. So it could have been the bass, could have been the amp, but the experience overall, I throw that into B territory. Now, it's the only reason why I'm not putting it in A is because of price of product. So I throw that into B. That's me.
I've never tried one, but from what I've heard from you, from taking my hoodie off, I would agree.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I think it's expensive, but it's good.
Yeah. So you're going to cry. It's kind of like Aguilar. You know what you're getting into. If you like this thing, you like this thing. And that's just what it is. So go ahead. What's the next one?
The next one's Dark Glass. I'm going to place this one. Discuss.
I've never played one.
Oh, okay.
I've never played one. So I have nothing. I have no dog in this fight.
Here's the thing. If you play metal, this is like the greatest thing since sliced bread. Instant S tier.
Oh,
I think if you play any other genre,
yeah,
it's kind of just like, it's cool. It does a really cool thing, and what it's good at, it's really good at.
It's made for the. Is it made for the prog player?
It's made for the prog player in you. Yes, it's made for like heavy metal, just really heavy, like really sharp cutting distortion. Man, which
now
is
that I'm here,
cool sound. I just don't like it.
I feel like Dark Glass and why am I blanking on this company? I actually want one. Dark Glass and Dingwall are a freaking handshake together.
Yes.
Like,
yes. Yeah.
So,
I think,
okay. So what are we doing here? Hold on. I'm on Sweetwater as we speak. So I'm let's take off Laney here. And we're looking at 212s for 1,200, 410s for 1,789.
410 for 1,789. That's Aguilar money.
Yeah, base cabinet with cover. Okay, so without the cover is 1,500. 112 is 809. That's actually not bad. 500 watt, 8 on.
That's about.
That's kind of similar to Aguilar too.
Yeah,
and then like 210s
that kind of professional money.
Yeah, 210s is 1,040. 500 watt, 8 on. Okay, all right. But a $300 freaking cover, y'all like yourself a lot. Sheesh. Okay. Let's duplicate this. Let's check the amp side of the game. This is a fun situation, man, because I don't really know anything about this, and I didn't think about it until you brought it up.
To me, Dark Glass has a very it's in the name, glass. A very glassy kind of sharp top end, and that's where it loses me. I think when you get the distortion rolling, it comes alive, and it really you see the full potential of it. But as a cleaner amp, I'm not a huge fan.
Okay, so they have a 200 watt micro tube head for $400. Not bad. They have a combo situation, not a combo, but it's it comes as a bundle with speak-on cables and regular cables. A Dark Glass Alpha Omega 900 bass head, and then the 1,410 for 2,800. Not bad.
I'd rather have their pedal. If I want the Dark Glass sound,
I want to be able to dial it in.
Yeah, I'd want a pedal.
I agree.
I'd do one of their pedals before I do an amp, which is why I put them in C.
All right. Y'all can hold on. Oh my God, they could be shredding this right now. I ain't even pay attention. Hold on. Let me get my.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, okay.
Oh yeah.
Texas by default doubles the limit. Talking about driving. You are correct in most situations. Let's see. Trickfish, another one I don't think is on here.
It is on here. I've never tried it, but I've always wanted to.
Okay.
Trickfish is on my list of things I want to try.
Okay. Let's see.
Jad Freer as well. Jad Freer is something I want to try.
Thanks for the advice. Entry level bass. Which is better pickup sound wise? Jazz, precision, humbucker.
Personal preference. Listen to all three. Figure out what you like.
Yeah, that's a very safe way to do it. Yeah. So I've only had it in humbucker and jazz. I have yet to play an EMG-P pickup yet. Probably will in the future, but as of yet, haven't done it. So yeah, let's see. Got Ash down. Now we're getting in there. Okay. Game Gods here. Let's go. Happy holidays, Bully and Bass Bros.
Happy holidays, brother.
Indeed. Let's see.
Nostalgia for the 810 fridge from Danny Gold. Yes. It's a lot of nostalgia for the 810 refrigerator, but no one wants to actually carry the refrigerator.
Nah, man. Ain't nobody trying to pick that up and go up some stairs if you got them.
Fuck no.
Let's see. Josh from Baseball's plays through a dark glass clean on live stream. It sounds great. Okay.
That's cool.
That's cool. You got it.
That will not change what it sits on this list, though. I'm glad he does. I think dark glass clean missed the point. So I'd rather just have it as a pedal and I could just toggle.
Well, here's the thing. When you have a niche thing, you can own that niche thing. Like Dingwall. Like Dingwall made a whole situation off of multi-scale basses.
Yeah.
Do they have regular scale, like non-fan fret basses?
I don't think so.
Maybe. I don't know. But they're most famous for their multi-scale.
Yeah.
And that's their thing. It is what it is. And that's perfectly fine. You know? Dark Glass is for the prog rocker, maybe slap person in you. I don't know. I've never really messed with the pedal. I'm actually interested in getting one of their preamps because the idea behind their preamps is very interesting to me. Like they don't do bass. They do like low mid, high mid, and treble. And then they use your active circuitry to kind of mess with the bass and manipulate it type of deal, which is interesting. It's interesting. I think Lobster did a bass in that. So like a bass with the tone, with the dark glass preamp in it. And I think it sounded great. I can't really remember. It was back in the pandemic and that's all a haze.
Oh yeah. What a blur that time was.
It's just one long ass year.
It was a very long year that apparently aged me 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to know my children way better than I cared to. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Love my babies in doses. George, that P-bass sound is great, but the neck is a little bigger and can be more challenging for newbies. P-basses versus some jazz basses or something like that, maybe. What about Roland? Top range busking amps.
We will get to Roland. I have
some things as well.
I have some things.
Yes. Let's see. What nigga the nigga is a crisper slap? That's an opinion. I don't think that's true because if it was, slap on the jazz wouldn't have been a thing. So I don't know that I agree with that, but if that's your opinion, cool. All right, now if you play a Squier Sonic Series Precision bass, that's a great counterpoint because it is a good time. That's a great counterpoint.
True.
Shannon, my P you saw on the pic has a jazz neck on. Phil Jones for busking.
Oh, is Phil Jones the guy that does the really small speakers in a lot? No. I've never liked the way they sounded.
I mean, okay.
If Phil Jones were here, they'd go in the poopy dog water with Mark Bass to me.
They're not there?
They're not on this list, no, I don't think.
Okay. So with that sentiment, I don't agree. I played it was a 2.5 setup, and I compared that one to my Roland small like battery powered setup, like small gig practice stuff, and then ran them 1v1 type of deal. Me personally, I went with the Roland as for me to keep forever, quote unquote, because my brother has it right now. But it was the like I could just pick little fella up. I don't really need power. I have batteries. I could just, it comes with a beat track. It comes with effects already on it. And it'll play consecutively for 12 hours on 6 new batteries. So I was like, I can bring this anywhere. Yeah, I could bring this anywhere. And then just buy like, I don't know, 4 packs of batteries from the dollar store.
Pack a double A's from Home Depot and then go to the gig.
Yeah. And then it has a line out. So I was using that for like everything at some point.
Like you go to
I was sitting outside and
just get the Roland, and then you can get batteries for your Roland and the wood to build the deck, you know? That's what Home Depot's all about. Get some lumber and it's like, oh shit, I have a gig tonight. You got batteries. Pick up some batteries on the way out, you know?
Yeah, man. Just pop them in there. Take your line out to the PA system. Yeah. Bob's your uncle.
Yeah. I guess I would be too harsh on putting him that like far down.
I personally don't agree with that,
but like I don't like, from the videos that I've seen on them, I don't like the way they sound.
Also, I kind of think this is for the type of music you play.
That is
which is extremely interesting because it doesn't color your sound at all.
The Phil Jones stuff?
Yeah.
I guess I'd have to try it then. I mean, ideally, I would like to try it with both, and then run like a jazz head on it or something.
This is just my opinion again. So, you think what do you want? Do you want me over here, or do you want what do you want? Okay, I don't. And I say you. It's me pointing the thing. Okay, so I personally like it. At the time, it was more convenient for me to have I just pick it up and just leave and go into the backyard, cook some brisket, play some tunes, and then
you're smoking the brisket.
Jam. Yeah, just be outside, drinking a beer, playing what's on the radio or playing what's on my Spotify list because I have that plugged in to the amp, MP3, running the song through the amp, and I'm playing to it type of deal. Or I'm recording a video outside because I did that before. So saying what's up to the mailman as he walks up and gives me bills. I was like, okay, cool. Bop. Appreciate you.
Yeah, apparently Danny Gold is saying that they're good for or popular amongst upright players. Totally transparent.
Yeah.
I'd have to try it.
Yeah. 5 inches. Yep. Yeah, for the type of stuff that like it can do, it's really interesting that it produces the sound it does. So don't stop it. Buy another face. This one won't hit your pockets too hard. It's only $220. So
that is true. That is true. If you're gonna buy a Squier Sonic, buy the California blue one or go to your local Guitar Center. They have them in surf green, and it's quite a good one.
Yeah.
Surf green with the maple board. That's the one I'm going to buy.
I got the lime joint and lime with the fret with the rosewood. So that's he's Bob and that's my uncle. How do I use that for?
Bob's your uncle. I don't even know what it means, but it's funny.
So yeah. Let's see. I run the Phil Jones off rechargeable drill batteries.
Honestly, quite the power move.
Is that safe? I don't know if that's safe or not. Is that safe?
He yells at me because he wants attention.
I was going to say something. I was like, don't do that in public. Sorry. Let's see. Was going to buy a Roland. they at that time never had a backing track mode. So I got a QT. Oh, they didn't have like an aux input.
Yeah, I think it's
Maybe that's what you're saying. Okay. Well, I bought my Rolling Cube probably, I think that was 2018, maybe 19 when that video popped out. So I've had it since then. I currently don't have it. My brother again has it because he has a bass and he needs stuff to play through. So so let's see. That's Surfer Green. I've been playing on a 23 inch and 28 scale so long.
Have you
That skill feel huge? Maybe.
Have you played through an Eden before?
Yes.
You have. Thoughts?
Yes. Eden it's kind of one of those GK companies. If you like the thing they do to your sound, or Aguilar company, like they're all like it's a thing they do to the sound of your bass. If you like it, you like it. Like I had a Eden 8 practice speaker. I had it. I ended up trading it in to buy a bass or something, but I liked it. It cost $99. Very solid practice speaker. Has a tweeter that doesn't stop. It hisses like a cat. No pun intended. And
that right, Bachi.
But as far as slap tone and clarity, it was phenomenal. Also, the first time I even played at Eden, it was at church, and it was a 410, and it had like a world tour head on it, the one with all the colors and stuff. And it was stomping in the corner. Like you can hear Buddy down the street outside the church. So I was like, who is on this bass getting down? It was just bass and drums. That's the only sounds that was coming out of there. They had a keyboard player, organist, a lead guitar player. They didn't matter. Washed. Get the hell out of here. God is moving on the low end side. So
the Lord knows best.
So I'm outside and I'm grooving because like there was an entrance to the church. I'm gonna give you a fat kid story. You ready? There was an entrance to the church on the front, and then that sidewalk wrapped around, and it goes up some stairs around the back way, and you can get to the musician's pit from the side. So you go up, walk up the stairs, and then you hit that left, and then boom, you right there at the drums and the bass is right there as soon as you walk in.
Okay.
Choir stand is tucked back. If you close the door, you go straight back cafeteria. So I came in, seeing who was playing the bass, stomping. He's sitting there swinging his feet, happy as hell, or happy as heaven.
Happy as the good Lord intended.
Yeah. So he's getting down, getting nasty for God. That's a very interesting sentence.
That's an
and then
sentence.
I closed the door and I went to the back because they had pecan and lemon pies. I'm trying to dabble and see how much they cost. I'm also 8 years old, so I know there's food. I smell it. I walk around the back.
You walked out of the car at the church building and went pie.
Yeah. You know
what? You did the Looney Tunes thing where you floated and it's like you followed the trace of the smell up the stairs.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I kind of walk with my eyes closed a little bit, then peep my head around the corner. I smell sweet potato pie. You, big lady with the flappy arms. Where's this food going on? I said 8. I was 18. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, bro. Okay. That was a fat kid story.
So where are you putting Eden though after all that?
Huh?
Where are you putting
Eden? Yeah,
we were talking about Eden.
Originally talking about. Sorry, I had a fat kid story. I'm throwing Eden in the A. Woo! It's a pivotal memory for me, so I'm going A. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I also got to play on that.
Against my experience with Eden is Rocksmith 2014.
Oh.
And that's not a good representation.
Wow. Okay.
Orange,
Interesting.
on the other hand.
Okay. Let's talk. You have more experience with them than I do. I've only played through an orange amplifier 3 times. Oh, God.
Ooh, God, yeah.
3 times. I guess I looked away from the camera.
I've gone through a good bit of their range. And it's like fine wine. It's an acquired taste. You know, like
British on me with your mustache.
it's a fine cup of tea. Bean is gonna kill me.
Now, what do you think about their basses?
Mark bass tier. If we're talking about the O bass, we're putting it in Mark bass tier. I tried one this year. Dude, I was looking at AMP's video before I left to go try it. And I went, oh, I wonder why it's so bad. It looks like a short scale. They're not short scale. That's where the problem is. If it were short scale, a lot of the problems would be solved. But it is a full scale instrument with the body the size of a walnut. It's so bad.
It's kind of like a violin bass with like none of the Paul McCartney.
Yeah, it lacks all of the McCartney. It's negative. It is negative McCartney, and it is positively dog shit. But the amps are okay.
Yes, yeah. I played a Crush 25. I think I played a Crush 100. I have yet to play a Bass Terror. I'm interested in actually dabbling in that.
Played that once. It was at a local store out here, and it's actually pretty good. It's cool. Like,
yeah, I was
to
impressed
me,
by
Orange
the Crush.
has a sound, and it's cool. It's a cool sound.
It does a thing. It does a thing. I don't hate it. EBS. A.
Have you played in? You put it in A.
A. You don't like it?
I haven't tried it before.
EBS. A. I had a Raymar 750.
I will take your word for it. Your word is as good as gold.
Okay, so I had a series of videos that I made, and I'm basically sitting in the corner. There's a drummer to my left, destroying my left eardrum, and I'm sitting on top of my 410 with a Raymar 750, and I am Stone Cold Steve Austin stomping the shit. I'm owning the church. You think this praise break is over? No, the hell it's not. Get to running. No, it's not. I'll run this. Yeah. So I got rid of it because it was causing problems, and my MD did not like it. Because he would turn up his organ, and I just go to the next number. So there's that. Hey, it's hard to get an S. I don't even know that we're gonna get an S here.
We're gonna get an S.
Oh,
I see one company. I see one company that, like, to me just would instantly get an S. I see one that I think people sleep on and should wake up to. And I have a couple more that I think B is going to be your biggest category.
Probably.
I've tried.
Okay.
Ike. Have you tried Ike before?
Yes, that was at NAMM as well, and it has the same type of characteristics as the Bergantino, so I would throw that in B. Yeah, it's a modern bass player type of deal.
Bergantino Prime.
Hey, real quick, I'm looking at PV and I kind of have a problem with it being in B.
Do you think it should be an A? I think
no.
I think I was gonna say I think PV's like bang for the buck, like pretty legendary.
Yeah, that's what we said,
stuff.
right?
And
I keep looking at that lineup though. I'm like, I agree with everything that's went through here. Put PV in the back. Put Ash down where GK is. And then put Ike behind PV. Wait, is that how we lining this up? Like,
how are we lining this up? Like, is it left to right? So left would be closer to A, we'll say.
Yes.
So the further left it is, the closer it is to A.
Okay.
And if
Okay,
that's
so
the
let's
case, I
go.
would do this
Okay.
and
Put
stop.
Bergantino behind PV. Yes.
I feel like the reason why these two are here is because of not enough research.
Yes.
There's not enough data here.
Do
These
you
we
think
have a
that
good amount of data
Ashdown
for.
Do you think Ashdown is better than PV in this lineup?
I think they're about the same. I think if you flipped them, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Now we got Ampeg and Dark Glass. Take the Ampeg, put it behind the other one. Is that Dark Glass?
Yeah, that's Dark Glass,
Yes.
that tiny one. And I
Okay.
agree. Now, if we're talking about this one.
Okay. Ooh, I do kind of like that. You put an EBS before Eden?
No, I
played
haven't tried them. I haven't tried them. I'm
Okay,
running
cool.
this on
No,
you. I
leave
just
it
think
there.
Fender's at the top here because I think
Yeah,
if any of these
that
three
there.
breach S, it's Fender.
Okay.
Gens Benz,
I think you're correct. B is going to be the big one.
Yeah, B's going to be the.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Gens Benz.
Have you played a Gens Benz?
You haven't played one?
No.
Okay. I'm going to put it in C above Ampeg.
Okay.
And that reason why is it doesn't sound bad. It does. It's like, okay, let's put it in words outside of music. So you know how there's like Cheerios, Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops,
Yeah,
the big name cereal companies.
Mm-hmm.
There's a knockoff like bag cereal equivalent of those things.
Yes.
To me, that's kind of what Gens Benz is to GK. It's the great value
Oh,
GK.
Okay.
With the premium price.
I see.
That's my opinion, though. Burn at the stake. That's fine. I haven't ran across one amp, and I've played probably 8 of them that I was like, yeah, I paid the money to get my own one of these. It's never crossed my mind. It was good for the occasion. It got me through the gig. Other than that, well, that was a nice experience. Let me give me a Jack and Coke.
Okay, so it was kind of a nothing burger. Just kind of it's cool.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the yeah. So you in your mind, you want a hot and spicy from McDonald's. What it is a McChicken. Is that bad?
I see.
No.
But
it's not the thing.
You wanted more fries, but instead you got extra cheese on your like regular burger.
Kinda. Yeah.
It's fine. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Here's the thing.
Thing that happened, but it's not as good as the other thing.
Yes.
GK
I get you. To me is like getting 7 nuggets in your 6-piece. Gens Benz is getting 6 nuggets in your 6-piece.
Okay. I think we're on the same page then. I think we're on the same page.
I don't know why I gotta put it in fat boy terms, but this is just what what
I think the funniest part is I can't have any of this shit. I have a gluten allergy.
Oh no!
But I understand because before the gluten allergy, I ate real people food, and by that I mean the worst shit on the planet.
That's all of America. I get it.
Bless up.
PV USA bases.
This is Gensler. Have you tried? Yes.
Okay, so PV USA bases. We're not even talking bases. We just talking amps. We're talking straight amps.
We could
bases ain't on the thing. However, in a later bass hang, we can definitely cross that river.
Yeah, I think we should be talking.
We're gonna step on toes.
I feel like we should get more people if we're gonna do a bass like build company or like bass company.
No, yeah,
that would be a brawl.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Lobster got to be here.
Even better. We all get the same tier list link. So it's like if I gave this to you, and we all come up with our own tier lists, and we side by side them. I think that would be fun.
Do we make videos or do we just do it, take a picture of it, and present?
I think making videos would be funny. I think it'd be fun content. I'm thinking maybe after the Christmas season. Give everybody a little time to think.
I'm not against content.
I'm never against content either. I like the idea. We'll sit on this one. We'll let this one simmer.
Yeah. Let that marinate a little bit.
But also, I completely agree. PV USA bases. God bless the Americans. Like God bless the United States. You kind of have to.
Now you kind of have to. You have to cap it. You have to cap it because it changed once we got out of the 90s. So you got to cap it. So PV bases, well, they don't do it anymore, do they? They don't make bases no more, do they?
I don't think so, no. But like those 90s Cirruses or like the boat anchors, like T40s. They were boat anchors, but they were the T and T40 standard for tone, motherfucker, and they knew it. Like if a T40 fell from a height greater than 10 feet, it could kill somebody. But they would die in such a great sounding instrument that you wouldn't care.
Talk about mic drop.
Yeah,
let's see.
Yeah, Mike dropped on the floor after a T40 hit his head. He ain't getting up.
Man, hold on. When did they stop? When did PV stop making bases?
I have no
forum?
idea.
Do I go to a forum? Where I can't. Cirrus production ceased. When was this? Got this in 2009. Is the first post? 2009 is when it stopped. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
that sounds right. I feel like that reign of terror would have ended in the early aughts. That sounds correct.
Anyway, moving on because it's making me sad. Speaking of which, I need to go and just like this is a stick up and go and get that bass back from my homeboy. Like, hey, you ain't doing nothing with that, cuz. Let me get that.
Negotiation.
Yeah. So I heard you like playing bass over here, bro.
That's menacing. That's terrifying.
But I'll laugh like this, and it just kind of nullifies the whole. Oh crap!
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Okay, Gensler though. This old G logo is Gensler. I've never tried one, but from what I've seen on YouTube, I think they sit like right next to Dark Glass and Gens Benz. Like, I think they're cool.
Never played one either.
We'll just put it in the haven't tried. I think it's better to do this than to cause a fight. That shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Heart Key I have tried.
Okay.
And if we're talking about old Heart Key, it's down here. But I'm gonna say this. I think Heart Key's on the redemption arc. I think Heart Key's on the up and up. Now I wouldn't put them high in the A tier. They're down here for a reason. But I think they're good. And people need to start waking up to it.
Now here's the interesting thing here. I'd much rather it be positioned appropriately in the B tier, because what you're saying is a Heart Key amp sounds better than a GK, a orange, and an ash down and an ash down. That's what you're saying when you throw it in A. Now, my only experience with Heart Key is their woofers, their cabs.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have. I eventually want to get a Heart Key head, but the cab itself is solid. It has switchable 4-ohm, 8-ohm capacity.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually would say that I would pick a Heart Key
over orange, over ash down,
and over GK. I think they're good. I think they're good. I think it is an interesting take, but like, how about we settle it and do this? Do you think that that's what we should do?
I'll abide by that.
I think because like I think both are good.
I'll
It's a
abide by
personal
that.
preference that I would put GK above Hardkey.
Now that with that sentence being said, okay. Again,
Like
you
I think
ultimately have
they're
the
about
clicker.
the same tier. Yeah, I nailed it.
Go ahead and throw Aguilar in the S, mother.
Yep.
Go ahead and throw it up there. Let's not even belabor the situation. Whatever, dude.
No, but let's be real here. I think Aguilar is expensive and professional level stuff, but the tone you get for the price you pay is definitely worth it. And if you're like a doubler like me and you play a variety of genres, I've used this in pop stuff, I've used this in jazz, I've used this in a blues country trio at one point that I was very short-lived. And it does perform in just about everything you have. It does well at everything I've ever thrown at it. Big fan, would buy again. All I want is another 112. Aguilar, please sponsor me. This is the end of Head Talk. I hope you had a great time. I genuinely live and die by these amps, man. Like, because I've tried a slew, and it was like one of the first like really good amps that I tried, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And at one point, before I started working at the music store, I'm like, I'm probably crazy and very shallowed in on how many things I've tried. So I went out and I started looking for things that would essentially, I've tried to beat my own Aguilar, and I haven't found it yet. So for that alone, that makes it in the S tier for me.
Okay.
Because I've tried some stuff that's good, but it doesn't beat my Aguilar.
All right. So dig this. I'm doing these bass sets or these church sets videos where I play the song and they're singing it, and this is my mix, this is what I hear type of deal. It's like a bass cover, but kind of live-ish. I play a tone hammer pedal. They do tone hammer DI into the house. And you hear how it sounds, and whatever bass I'm playing it sounds good. So I'm not even gonna fight you on that. I had my own tone hammer pedal at one point.
And
I have a tone hammer 350.
Head.
So I'm not gonna say they suck.
I think it's great. I think it's great.
I went through a point in time where I was like, ooh, they came out with a 700.
Dude, I want to try the like DB with the tube pre.
Let me explain.
450 or something.
Let me explain something to you. The only reason why I don't have an Aguilar full setup is because Z Sounds does not have Aguilar equipment.
No.
That's the only reason why I do not have an Aguilar setup instead of my Fender setup. My Fender setup. I would gig with the Fender joint, have that downstairs so I ain't got to carry that up and down the stairs. And then up here, it would be a straight 410 or just for looks at 810. Probably wouldn't. It'd be 212s stacked on top of Aguilar 500. And I would come through here and I would play a whole bunch of bebop music.
Yeah.
It would just be bebop stuff.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'd teach you a couple things on the upright and have you going in a day. You got decent ears. You could intonate on the fly. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll work.
Roland. Yeah, you'll try to slap it. But like you're not gonna try and like upright slap it like rockabilly style. You'll try to just hold it sideways and thumb through and double thumb the damn thing.
Probably could. Probably could. But to be continued. Also, I do need to make sure that they don't have it on Z Sounds because they do.
You need to double check now, yeah.
Yeah. I started thinking. I was like, "Oh, Aguilar."
Yeah, nope. It doesn't come, unfortunately. Tragically.
Okay. Still good. Still good. The moment it happens, if it ever happens, you'll know it happens.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get 212s.
Oh, like it's gonna happen immediately, and I'm gonna go ahead, take this payment.
I'll see you next month for the next 6 months.
Take this payment. Oh, made some extra money on a gig.
Take this payment.
Yeah,
I think it's worth every penny. I think you're paying a lot Definitely. It's an expensive. It's a pro level stuff, but at the same time, it's pro level stuff.
It's a necessary evil.
It backs it up.
Yeah.
It backs up the heat that it packs.
I got nothing to say negative about Aguilar.
Neither do I.
So, moving on.
Roland.
Now, we've made it into the territory. Let's talk about it. Roland. Where do you put Roland bass amps?
Dude, I have no idea. It's such a dice roll. Like, I've tried Roland keyboard amps. I've tried Roland guitar amps. And if I was talking about the keyboard amps, I'd say B. If I were talking about the guitar amps, Roland Chorus, classic jazz amp, A, easily. The bass amps have eluded me.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the floor.
Okay.
It's yours.
I'm gonna throw Roland as in it says 25 bass amp builders ranked. I'm gonna throw them in C ahead of Dark Glass.
Okay.
Here's why. As far as them having a straight up bass amp, they only have the Q line as far as bass amps go, unless I'm mistaken.
I see.
Let me type in Roland bass amp. See what happens. Guitar.
So they have the
keyboard amp, drum speaker, and then for whatever reason, Boss Katana popped out. Freaking why?
I would agree with you on this. I have plugged a bass into one of the keyboard amps and it sounds great.
Yeah.
However,
but it doesn't have the power. Yeah, it doesn't have the power. Yeah.
So I think high C is very
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh no. There's a head?
You raggedy bastard.
What?
They bought Boss.
Roland bought Boss?
Yes. So the Boss Katana amplifier is on play.
Well, that's the case.
That's not cool.
Okay, well that changes everything because I've tried. Oh,
that's not cool. Because I had to check. I was like, wait, am I tripping? Go back. Roland, yes. I'm on Roland.com. Hold up. Let me present. Hold up. Share screen.
By all means.
Boom. Window.
Take it from me. We'll come back. We'll come back to the list.
Absolutely. Here's the problem. This is Roland.com, right?
And then they have Boss stuff.
Boss.
Oh, Boss. Well, if that's the case,
that's not right, bro.
Jeez, man, because that puts the katana in play. That puts katana in the game, and that changes everything for me. Like,
oh, that's so effed up.
Because if that's the case, I'm here.
Oh,
if you want to come back to me, if that is the case, I've moved Boss.
300 watts. Oh, it's a 210. Is this a Warwick bass? No, this isn't. What pickups is this?
What the hell is
this? So this ain't a Yamaha. I don't know what this is. What are those pickups?
And bass, I guess. Yeah, no, dude, that does change just about.
Oh, you raggedy bastard.
So I've moved Roland while we were doing this, because if you consider the katana, I'm here.
Well, here's the problem. The katana has most of the technology the Fender Rumble series has, like the Fender Rumble Stage, Studio. It's basically your Boss. It's basically your Zoom pedal, but on a bass amp, which is what the Fender Rumble Stage is, which is what I have that I gig with. It's pretty much exclusively.
So, would you?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. That's why I call it a raggedy bastard. Yeah.
I'm here.
No.
You're here.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. It's a two-way assault because I have a rolling cube, not a Boss cube, which I guess they rebranded now. I have a rolling cube and I love this little guy. Battery powered.
I think they're goofy. I like them. I think they're goofy fun.
They do. Yes, they're absolutely fun.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have batteries. It plugs into the wall. But if you on the go, you can put it. I did this junk. I walked through the mall with my Gretsch Junior Jet, playing a song, had my phone in my pocket, wire going to the amp, playing the song, playing the bass for a spoof video for somebody else.
That's kind of
just
awesome.
Walking through the mall, looking at stuff, playing the bass randomly in different places. And they would like set up cameras in different spots. And I'd be playing, and then I like duck behind something real quick. Where that video is, I don't know. Don't ask me. Let's see.
Ugh. I had to plug my tone hammer back in. I unplugged it for the bit. But
people in here going ham. Hold up.
I am
H&H is the only app on my wish list. Don't know what that is. S-tier killer tone reliability. What do you see?
Probably about the PV bases.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
no new PV bases maybe.
Okay, wait. Danny finished his thing in the next comment. S tier, killer tone and reliability. What do you see on tour? Aguilar, Mesa, GK. We haven't gotten to Mesa yet. But Aguilar, I 100% agree with you. You see a lot of Aguilars on tour.
I see a lot of GK too.
You do see a good amount of GK.
I
haven't seen much Mesa. I see more Ampeg.
It's like move GK up. Those GK Neo 212. Yeah. Yes. Z-Sound's not having a lot of bass stuff. It's kept me from going broke. Absolutely. Yes. Chris Beatty, what's going on? I put Roland in B2. Okay. Roland by Boss? No.
That's not a Spectre. No, the shape's wrong.
Head is on rig, 10K watts, 10,000.
That sounds unreasonable. I think
10K?
the most you would need is like 2K for the biggest stadium gig of your life.
Yeah. And then that's a GK Blacksmith.
Yeah, that's excessive.
Yeah.
But like,
because you got PA support. So this is just for stage presence.
Yeah, it's just because it looks cool.
Also, little known fact, most of the time, all the speakers you see on stage are just hollow husk.
Yep.
Okay.
They're not real. Like Geddy Lee would tour with like washing machines because he would just like use PAs because of the venues they play. They all had PAs at that point, in the like late 90s. So he just tour with washing machines, and I think at one point had like rotisserie chickens going. It was kind of he was funny with it because he would just use Sansamp stuff, like his Sansamp rack that they have, that his signature rack. He used like a regular one for years, and then they made his. I have his DI, and I love it. I got it for Christmas like 2 years ago, or last year or something. I think it might have been last year.
H&H is a British amplifier manufacturer that was founded in 1968. Okay, cool. Dope. But Fender Rumble 800 stomps. Yeah.
That's true. The Fender Rumble.
It's a whole different beast. Yeah. I can dial up almost any tone at any given time with that bad boy with a click of a button.
And it's good. And it's good tone. That's the big kicker. Like I've tried the Fender stages. Like you can dial something in and it'll be good. it'll be really good. All right, Bully. This next one's yours, though. Laney, where are you putting them?
I'm going to throw them.
This is all you.
Okay. This is me not having this here because when I gig, I usually use my 800 stage. It's light. It does my thing. It has all the different presets. So when I gig, yes. But if I have a stadium and it's one genre of music and I'm playing it, or I have a large auditorium, I'm grabbing this. So with that being said, I'm throwing that between Fender and Roland.
Really?
Yeah. With that being said.
Okay.
And also.
But I understand why. I get that.
No, that's me being honest. Cause like if I'm gonna do like a small gig and I gotta like go into a small church or something like that, I'm gonna grab this. It don't make no sense for me to have to lug 410s in there with this head, and I have everything in like a 55-pound package. Go in there, sit on it. It's a built-in seat, and then just
built-in chair.
Yeah. I can just sit in the corner and do my thing. But this one here, if you don't have the venue for this, you're gonna hurt people, which is why I had to bring it from the church I had it at, because people were coming in, like guest churches were coming in and playing through it, didn't know how to
play it through it.
Yeah, so they put it on 5, and then that first note would pop off, and they'd be like, "Boom!" Like, shit.
Just uninstalling somebody's eardrums through the power of 5.
Wait a minute. So I was like, my bad. I was gonna come here and be like, I was gonna come play bass here every Sunday. Okay. But I got gigs on Sunday now. So can't come. Then other people come in, and they don't really know how to get down with it because they don't know. Black people don't know Laney. That's a British company. So they put everything on 5, just trying to be safe.
Trying to be neutral.
Yeah. 12 o'clock, everything.
And it blasts them.
Bomb. And they was like, oh, yo, hey.
Yo, dude.
Hey. And then they go, like I came in and the game was still at 5, but the volume was at 2. Like the master volume was at 2. Now you've crossed into a different world. You're playing black church music, but now you have saturated sound. And you don't know why you can't dial it in. Just take the gain to 1 and use your master volume at like 4, and then everything else is
and
here.
You'll be fine.
They didn't understand that. They were like, I don't want volume, but I'm gonna leave everything down there. Volume.
Yeah, it probably sounded like ass. Yeah.
So I come in there, I was like, what are y'all doing? Flip. And they were like, how'd you? Well, this is mine. Also, you probably shouldn't put this in the choir stand because
it'll blast the choir stand.
The soprano section is catching hell in church. Anyway, there's that. So Laney, right? Like for me, as far as what I'm grabbing when I'm doing like a regular gig, which is what I do normally. Like I got a gig through the week type stuff, Rumble Stage 800. If I'm actually playing out at a place where I need to project, Laney, that's me. 1, 2.
Honestly,
depending on the situation.
I dig it. Mesa Boogie. Have you tried any of it?
Yes.
All right.
Do not have positive responses, but
really?
It is do not have positive input to put into this. So have you tried it?
I've only tried the guitar amps. I like the guitar amps.
Yeah, they solid. A lot of guitar amps. Artists play it, but bass amps, I've only played one, and maybe it was because I couldn't like dial it into what I wanted, which is basically flat. I feel like this particular guy was the type of DB douchebag who set his amp to a certain thing and then manipulated his bass to an opposite thing to make it flat.
Oh, you know what? I have tried. I'm not super. I don't have any big. So a local store here actually does carry Mesa Boogie stuff.
Okay.
So I have played through it before. I just remembered it's just been a minute since I've tried it because I haven't gone to that store in a minute. But from what I remember, it was unremarkable. It was neither a very neutral experience, you know, like there was
The
no
fact that
marked good or bad.
you just said it was unremarkable.
Like
okay,
it
so
just,
see,
yeah.
question
I
is,
would.
do you put it? All right, bet
You about there?
that'll work.
I'm kind of about there.
A is bigger than I thought it would be.
Same. A grew a little bit.
Dare I say I take from and put down. I'm gonna take Eden and put it in B in front of PV. No, in front of Orange. You're right.
I was thinking like if Eden's coming from A, it's coming. Here.
It's got to be number one.
It's got to be here.
All right, cool.
I'm thinking the same for EBS too. If
EBS
is coming from A, it's going here. Like
yeah, let's go. Yeah. So let's
Trace
go
Elliott.
same order.
Mm-hmm.
Same order. Take EBS, throw it down there behind Eden.
Okay.
Let's do that. Yeah.
All right.
Trace
I've tried
Elliott.
EBS pedals. I've liked them, so that's like my only experience with them. Though I haven't tried their amps, unfortunately. Trace Elliott, though, I've actually had pretty good experience with.
I like it. I'm
pretty positive too.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that. I'm
like here.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm right around here, man. I'm thinking like highish B. I don't think it. From what I've heard from you about these two, I don't think it takes these two on.
Let's go.
But I think it's good. I think it's a good value. I think this stuff's cool.
All right.
TC Electronics.
That is going into the.
What are you thinking? Do we just shoot on 3?
1, 2, 3. Dog water.
I was thinking low.
Oh, okay.
All right, because like it's kind of a cutesy little cheap amp. I've tried the ones with the tone print on them, and it's a fun like
specifically cheap amp.
Yeah, true. But like it's cheap to the point where it's kind of goofy fun.
Here's where they had me. They had me in 2015. They had me in a chokehold. They had the TC Electronic Rebel head. And then they had the 2 10s that you could stack vertically. And everything is modular. Like the head sits in top of the 210 that stacks on top of the 210. And it was just sexy slimness. And I was like, oh, daddy like it. Then they came out with the 212 with the same energy. So I was like, 412 vertical power. Let's go. So I have it, and it shoots directly in my head, and then it still connects to the ground, so it still resonates through the crowd. 12s, let's go. So I tried the product out. My first video on my channel is through a TC Electronic 112 amp because it had the tone print. I showed that first video on my channel back then was through that amp. I was very excited to have it. Tone print was a new technology. I could just beam it in through my amp, and it just beaming it through my guitar, and it goes to the amp, changes the sound, compressors, all this type of crazy crap, right? And then I could just dial it in how much I want or move knobs on my phone. That's cool, right? It short-circuited.
Oh.
So I sent it back to, I think I was rocking with AMS at the time, American Musical Supply, right? All right, cool. Went and got a GK. Loved it. Ended up trading it in to get something else, like a guitar or something like that, whatever. And it was like they came out with a 210 situation. So I traded it and then got a bigger thing. It probably wasn't. It was probably a 112 as well. I think they were like a 1-to-1 swap. So After that, I was like, this was a cool experience. So I got the little head, the little 200 head, and it had the tone print
VH250
amp
with
on
the
it.
tone print thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one I've tried, and it's
cool.
cute.
Yeah. So the inside plug to the little handles that are on the front of it,
yeah,
the inside screw snapped off inside the box.
So it's not a cutesy little cheap amp. It's a cutesy little cheap amp with bad QC.
So this is what ticked me off. It snapped off, rolled around because I had it vertical in my gig bag because it does the Trace Elliott thing. I had it in my gig bag. I can just pick it up, wheel my boom bass cabinets in, set it on top. We good to go on the fly. I can, and then I can change up my whole groove, so I can just dial in as much envelope filter as I want. Turn it off, turn it on, whatever. Kind of makes the improv gig different, you know. So it snapped off. I didn't know the piece snapped off. I take it out of my gig bag, I plug it in. It's been vertical. That piece snapped off and is like rolling around on the circuit board. I plug it in.
Gone. Yeah. No, you don't have it anymore. That's a short. You speed ran shorting. And also, now that I think about it and like I look back on it, the reason why I didn't like it that much is because like it was kind of a gimmick. Like, why would you have the tone print when you could just have a pedal? Because like, would you rather go back to your amp and turn the tone print off if you don't want the chorus anymore? If that's what you have equipped, would you rather just click something with your foot on stage?
But I think the allure was you can have all of them in the same amp, so you don't have to buy the pedals because you have the amp and you have a phone that can send that sound to your amp. So that was kind of it's a gimmicky thing, but there's a reason why nobody's talking about them right now. Like
it's because no one cares. It happened. It was a flash in the pan. Yeah, honestly, you've convinced me. We'll put them down here. I put it in the Mark bass tier.
Yeah, in front of Mark bass though.
Yeah, in front of Mark bass.
Because I would not buy it.
I would never buy a Mark bass. Dude, we had this 210 combo at the school. Hisses like a dog. You put an electric through it, it doesn't sound that good in the the vintage tone thing we've already talked about. You put an upright through it, dude. I did a gig for a friend. I played one song with this amp on an upright. And I brought all my Aguilar stuff, and my buddy was like, hey, we already have the other amp out there. And, we're just trying to get through things, keep things on time for this little festival. And, we'll just have you use the amp that's out there. I was like, okay, that's fine. Narrator voice. It was not fine. I walked out there. I dialed everything in flat because I was like, you know what, man? I haven't really pushed an upright through this. First time I pushed the upright through it. It's like the second time playing upright on stage. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll just leave everything flat. You ever been to a handball court?
Yeah.
That kind of sound that it makes, that echoey kind of pop. Take the echo away, and that was the mid-range character coming out of this amp. And it was one of the most egregious sounds. So I played the first note, and I heard a tennis ball get hit. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And I look, and I hear, and I turn my head enough to get my ears level with the amp. Because the amp's pointed up. It's got one of those funny kickback features which is nice. Which is nice. And I hear it come out of my amp. So instead of playing hard, I just lighten the fuck up to try and just escape the hellscape that I am causing. And I was like, nah. The only time I use a Mark bass now is because it's at the school, it's staying at the school, and I'm too lazy to bring my own shit. Other than that, if you told me I had a gig tomorrow, I am taking the fucking shitty tone print over the Mark. I was like, Oh, dude, it was bad. It was so bad.
Yeah. My whole bad experience was I
Yeah.
was on a gig and the
Mhm.
drummer is also a bass player. So while we're at this place, we swap. So his setup, yeah. So like we like it's kind of just what you feel like hopping on. So he can play my bass. That's fine. He's a bass player. I play his drums. All right, cool. I'm a drummer. Bet. He brought his setup and it was full mark bass all the way around. I'm talking 410 plus like a 500 or
I tried the Marcus Miller one too. That was just very mid. Never
it's
mind.
the same thing. It's
Yeah,
the
it's the
exact
same thing.
same amp. Yeah. So he brought it up there and I was like, okay, what is this vintage? Okay. So I turned that one all the way up, turned the other one down, played through it. Oh, that's doing an Ampeg thing. I don't like that. So I turned that down and I turned the up one. It was like, oh, so you trying to be mid. You trying to be mid scoop, but you're not quite like, and you hiss.
They hiss so bad.
And I'm like, okay, so let's split the difference and ran them both at the same time. I was like, so you hiss and you Ampeg. I don't.
Yeah. I don't know why Joe Budden uses them.
This is what's funny. I unplugged his bass. Like I was like, pop. And at the time, I didn't have a wireless system, so I just took my bass off. Imagine this while people are actually like grooving. And I just took my bass off, told the keyboard player, take my bass part right back. I went out to my car because I had my setup, but he just happened to have the whole Mark bass thing there. So I was like, well, cool. I ain't got to bring my stuff out. Bet.
Yeah.
I took my Trace Elliott head. I'm looking at the little guy just sitting on the ground. I took my Trace Elliott head and the cord and was like, Mark bass, get your power cord out. Trace Elliott. All right. My cord, speak on adapter. Click, click. And I turned my stuff on. And they was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
He was on the drums. Human. I was like, it sucks. You suck.
Yeah, dude, your shit's ass. Like, oh
sucks.
Man. I mean,
and he was like, okay, well, I won't bring a bass amp. I was like, you can put your stuff. I'll help you put your stuff in the car. So I wheeled his Mark bass 410 and stuffed it in the back of his little car. And then I brought in my boom bass cabinets and then sat on it with my 200 on my lap like a little kid. And I was just playing, making sure everything's dialed in because I had to dial it in different for his cab. So I just put everything back to 12 o'clock. And then kind of grooved a little bit, moved my volume to 75, moved my gain to about
a couple of things around like you do, of course.
You got the scope, the sound, and then
absolutely
set it back behind the amp, crossed my leg,
enjoyed the show.
It was sitting there fuming. He was trying to play. I was like, oh no. You made your choice. You got upset. You on the drums now. You did that to me.
Yeah, nah, dude. Like,
all right, back to this.
Yeah. So we got Trickfish.
Have
you tried Trickfish?
Yes.
I've heard it's
cabinets, not the heads. They are good. They are a niche thing. Let's throw them. Let's throw them ahead of PV.
Okay. I was thinking in Bergantino territory because we're in the not enough. I think it sits in the same like we've tried it, but it's not enough data.
Yeah, so I would buy a Trickfish amp before I buy a PV again because I'm kind of like past that part.
Yeah.
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 I don't have a problem with this list so far. What is that?
Warwick and then EA. I've never seen an EA.
What is EA? Don't know what that is.
No idea. So I haven't tried.
No clue.
Warwick. Have you ever tried a Warwick head or cabinet?
I'm gonna throw that.
They made head and cabinets.
Yeah, they do. And based on the people that they sponsor, aside from Bootsy Collins, I don't like it. There's only two people that Warwick actually endorses that I'm like, yes. One is Bootsy. The other one is Divinity Rocks.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they also, on the back end, endorse Andy Irvine. That's not a good pause.
Yeah, I had to look up who that was.
He's Deadpool. He's a merc for hire. Very talented bass player. The best thing he's done is create his own bass line. I think his line is Ghost Bases. Anyway, so hold up. Yeah. If you want to laugh, ask Lobster about Andy Irvine.
Oh boy.
Ask Lobster about Andy Irvine. If you want to laugh.
Okay, I think I've heard of this guy before, and I think he just has I think I've seen him from like AMP's like Facebook, like just redoing Facebook posts. And if I remember correctly, he has like the world's most out of date takes of all time. But that might be a different guy. Oh, I've seen this dude. He's on the Sadowski channel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow.
He's
yeah.
Deadpool.
Okay. I hated his tone.
The
Sadowski stuff.
dude is talented. I'll give you that.
Good.
Mm-hmm. He was endorsed by Warwick for a number of years, and then he created his own bass company, and then he promoted his own basses. But now he's Deadpool, so he's kind of a merc for hire. So it's kind of whoever he's with, that's who's the best type of deal.
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
Yeah, so it's that the dude ain't. If he does this for a living, I get it. But also, if you're good and people depend on you for, just a even kill, this is what it is based on a scale that you dictate by yourself, you kind of lose credibility when you go behind a company that then goes bankrupt or then stops making the instrument that you think is awesome. Because if it was awesome, they wouldn't go bankrupt on the instrument most of the time. So that's my personal thing. So for that, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because I feel like they're a heart key type of company. I'm gonna put them in the haven't tried because I haven't tried them, but I have opinions. But I feel like it's because of the representatives and not necessarily the quality of product. But I'm not checking for them, so yeah. So there's that. So we got Aguilar.
We got a list.
One that reign supreme.
Sponsor me, Aguilar. I would love it. I would love it. I'd be all about it, man.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Anything that I would change?
I like it. I like this list.
I kind of do as well.
I'm just happy Mark Bass has a tier. The Mark Bass tier is a good time. I can't do it.
Yeah. You know what's really wild?
What?
I actually bought the TC Electronic twice, and it messed up.
Yeah.
So would that qualify being C because I bought it twice?
Oh, I just thought of the Ampeg rocket bass amps. They're Fender
they're different now.
That does change things a little bit, doesn't it? Then they just came out with their new lightweight stuff. Yeah, that might shift me on Ampeg because I put Ampeg there based off of like, Kane lived in the days of Led Zeppelin, saw them live on tour, and won't shut the fuck up about it because he peaked in high school when they played. Kind of like person, ode to the refrigerator 810. When you consider the rock bass stuff, and stuff like that, I like them. It's still got the Ampeg
Do you like
tone.
them enough to move them up?
I like them enough to move them up to here.
Okay, so we got Ampeg, Over Dark Glass, Ginsbens, and Mesa Boogie.
Yeah.
I feel like Mesa Boogie needs to go next to Ampeg.
Like here or here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the Mark bass tier is perfect, and I don't think we should touch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's truly iconic.
I like the A tier as well.
I think the A tier is really good. I think if you're watching this right now and it's like, oh my god, I'm watching the Aguilar Sim channel. At A tier is not something that should be slept on for Aguilar. Aguilar is really good. Aguilar is also really expensive. If you want something a bit more affordable, Hartke Fender are fantastic. Laney is a good sound from Bully. From what I hear from Bully,
especially if you're into the rock genre, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But like jazz for you, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But like for me, I do funk and gospel, so
and that's why Aguilar
that's low presence. So it does its thing. It's low, mid, highs.
Mm-hmm.
That's my range of stuff. So it's great for me and what I do. But for what you do with your jazz,
jazz like pop stuff, and
it may not stroke your cat, and that's completely preference. The fact that you said Hartke is slept on and it's A tier equipment,
I think
it's extremely interesting to me in a hot take. But I actually did buy a Hartke cab, so maybe the last piece of the puzzle is me getting a Hartke head.
I tried their
running
combos
them together and seeing what's up,
because they have a line like Ampeg's like Rocket Bass and the Fender Rumble. They have a line like that.
It's they had the good. So they had the 4.8 situation, and I ended up not getting that one and getting the 112 because they had rave reviews whenever I went and did my research. So
I've tried the 112 head a while ago at a Sam Ash or something, but I remembered it being good. Like I tried a couple of their Hartke amps because the Sam Ash local to me back home carried them, and I had a positive experience. I had a good time. I thought they were good amps, and like they're pretty affordable too. They sit in like the Fender Rumble price category. I think they're a little cheaper.
Not the stage, but the actual
like the actual Rumble. The stage is in a league of its own, and that's why Fender sits so high on this because of the stage Rumble and the solid state amps. I think they're fantastic. Or not solid state, the tube amps. I think they're fantastic. I wish I had more information on stuff like Gensler. I've heard Bergantino is good for upright. I think Chris McBride uses actually Bergantino amps. Ike I've never heard of. Trickfish I want to try at one point. I would like to shove an upright through a Trickfish. Overall, I am content with this list.
Yeah. I agree.
There are things that I would want to try. There are things that I would like to try at some point down the road and see where it moves. But for now, this is a good list.
Yeah. Let me just throw this out here for you so you can chew on this real quick. Bergantino Fort D, 800 watt, $12.59. That's how much it costs for the amp. All right, cool. All right. Let's go Bergantino cab. Sheesh. For a 212, it's $17.59. That's pretty consistent across the top of the board. You can get one used for $1,000.
Do they have a 112?
See a 115 used for $931.
I see a 112 on their website for $12.
112 Neo Extreme.
Yeah,
what you're looking at. That's $1,200. Yeah. And it's 400 watts RMS.
Yeah. And
I don't.
400 watts RMS?
Yes.
That's okay. I mean, the Aguilars are, I think, 250 a pop RMS.
That's for your 112 SL.
Yeah, that's for a
Is that what you're saying?
112. Yeah. So that's pretty good. Like
It's an 8 ohm or 4 ohm? 8 ohm, right?
I think it's 8. Yeah.
Okay. So
And
that
it's built to get a
situation is
second
made
one for the
to
Tone Hammer
stack.
500. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
built to stack.
Okay.
So like, yeah, man, I'd have to try it because if I remember, it was.
Shoot, they got a company called GR Bass that has literally the lightest bass cabs ever created. No, I said what I said, and I'm very serious about it. It's the lightest.
Oh no, it's Epiphany. That's what he uses, which is not on this list. Which reminds me, stuff not on this list. Acoustic. Where do you put them?
Oh, acoustic. I throw that into B, right?
We're using EA. We're using EA as a placeholder for acoustic.
Acoustic. I put acoustic right behind orange.
And I couldn't agree with you more. I think that's perfect. I think it's good. I think they have some great amps. I think they got some like okay ones.
They got a lot of god dang knobs though. Like they have all the knobs. Just
all the
put
knobs.
Put it on a freaking slider, man. You're doing
at one point make one of them a switch. Like you're okay.
God dang it, bro. Okay, so if you don't know who GR Bass is, GR Bass uses their cabinets, but they use carbon fiber.
Oh, okay.
So when I tell you they're the lightest cab you've ever held, I was holding the 10 cab and I was doing this with the 10 cab. Now, I'm a relatively strong person. However, if I pick up something and I do this like it's a teacup, that's pretty light, bro.
Yeah.
So,
all right, how much is a one? How much?
Let's see. Share screen. I'm a hop back in here.
Ooh, they make amps.
Let's do this. And this isn't promo. They're not paying me. I'm just telling you about the stuff. This little guy. This little guy. This little cutie.
Yep.
Look at that.
What? I was looking at their 112. I didn't even see the weight. 13 pounds for a 112. That's half my Aguilar. What?
I don't know what you're looking at, but I'm looking at. That's wrong math.
Is that?
That's the wrong math, by the way.
There's no way.
Because kilos are heavier than anyway. But
4.7 kilos. It's still like 10 pounds.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I actually picked up and was playing through this little lady, and it's a company from across the pond. So let's just trust the kilos. Look at this.
It's like 20. What the fuck? That's unreal. All right. I am. Unless you want to. Oh my god, we've been live for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I think we just look at our list one more time, admire it, embrace it, and then let's wrap this one up.
All right, bet. Let's see. This is the last one that I got. Been subbed to Andy Irvine since before his weight loss. He's cool. Yeah. All right. Do you think? Let's see. That bass on Katana page is a Chapman, thanks to Talk Bass Sluice. Pickups are their own Equinox humbuckers. Okay.
Cool Chapman. Beans. I've heard that's one of the companies of all time.
One of them. But Chapman guitars, if they're the same company, are actually solid. That's by Roger Chapman, but that's also under Anderton's banner. So I don't really know if it's good or are they paid to say it's good. I don't know. So I don't know. But I heard him. But it was also played by Rabia, who's also under the Anderton's banner. I don't know. Still up in the air. Anyway, so that's the last one I have So we can take this time to wrap it up. I think I'm gonna go downstairs, hop in the gym right fast, maybe record a video. Floof,
I'm gonna.
Where can they find you at, my man?
You can find me at Floof the Bassist on your local YouTube. I've got a big video coming out for the end of the year. It'll be the last video of the year, and then I'm going to take a small break. But don't worry, I got stuff planned. The Zoom B14 review is definitely going to come through. I plan to actually make a whole video about my Aguilar setup at some point, also next year. The Harley Benton also coming early, like around the corner, because I have a Harley Benton Mustang, and that thing is fantastic. But yeah, just stick around. Top 3, bottom 3 will come out, and it's going to be a goodie, because I do things. We'll not give too much away, but I do things.
I can dig it.
And then I'm going to start bugging DTG to see if he can give me my pace.
All right, dig it. Got this girl back.
Ooh, yeah.
So this is going to be coming to the video, coming to the channel again as a revisit. Also got the Meteora, played that. There's going to be some videos dropping on that. Got to edit those bad boys up. I also have this lady that I plan on doing reviews to this week. This is a 50 watt for $150. And
that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I also have pedals from them. I have other pedals for the beginning of the year when I do my pedal video situation. It's gonna be great. Offbeat Guitars, they have their own Goldie. It's not quite fully Goldie, but it's gold. So that's happening. I do want to do this because Short Scale Hondo will probably be proud of this. So I'm gonna do this really fast. Y'all ready for this? So that's going to be something that's coming up later
Short
on.
Scale Bully.
And medium scale bully. That's going to be coming up later on. And for the 16 people that actually caught that, that's going to be great. I wanted Hondo to be here so I could do that whole thing, but waiting and actually doing it next week, and I can chop it up with him. Hopefully, it's going to be the 17th. Hopefully, everything works out to where he could be here, and I can do that, and then have Hondo bully conversation. Anyway,
Short Scales can be in conversation too. It'd be great.
They can just be there, hanging out, chilling. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Till next time, this is Floof.
Yep.
I'm Bully the Kid.
That's Bully the Kid.
Y'all be easy.
Hope to see y'all down the road, everybody.